allowing our kids to be independent means that we sometimes have to let go and let them do things that we're not super comfortable with, like wearing pajamas to school.
Oh, I know y'all have opinions about this. Fashion faux pas or harmless habit. Back to school used to mean dress to impress. Well, nowadays it seems like kids are just rolling right out of bed and wearing their flannel PJs to school. And here's the question I want to dig into. Is there anything wrong with that? Now, before we get into the details, take a look here at our back to school poll this morning. I want you to weigh in. What do you think about pajamas in school? Perfectly fine, inappropriate, or a disgrace? And you can see that 57% of you say, man, it's just inappropriate. Only 10% of you say it's perfectly fine. You can scan that QR code to weigh in. You can also log on to our homepage to participate in this poll. All right, so there are a couple of school districts in Maryland and Virginia that don't allow students to wear pajamas, period. They're banned in Amherst County, Virginia, and Somerset County, Maryland schools. Well, Fairfax County considered a ban a few years ago. It never materialized. Now, I wanted to get some insight on this pajama phenomenon, so I reached out to a parenting expert and psychologist in McLean. And she says this is one of those things where we need to balance our kids' need for independence with getting them ready for the real world.
What's the worst that could happen? If they're not breaking any school rules, if we're a little uncomfortable, maybe that's okay. But on the other hand, if we have a kid who we think like pushes the envelope too far and it like veers into sort of cheeky disrespect or something, that's a conversation to have.
Yes, a lot of conversations should be had about this whole pajama issue. She also brought up the issue of whose domain are we in, right? So if you're out with your kids, so they're in your domain, like if you bring them to work, right? You can tell them, hey, you're not wearing pajamas to come to my workplace, right? But if they're in their domain, they're going to Starbucks with their friends, it's sort of like, okay, now maybe give them a little extra breathing room. So what do you all's take on this?
So someone told me a while ago, and it's a quote that stuck with me, that you can choose how to present yourself every day, but you cannot choose someone else's response. So if you want to walk around in your pajamas, don't be mad when people don't treat you with respect.
Right.
You just rolled out of bed.
Yeah.
I don't have any feeling of like, oh, I should, respect. Then you don't care about how you look.
Yeah, that was my thought when it comes to college, because a lot of college kids are wearing pajamas too. How are you going to effectively argue your grade with a professor while wearing pajamas?
I can't take you seriously.
I agree, completely agree. You have respect for yourself, respect for where you are, your workplace, your school. Yeah, and dress up, look good.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of this because my kids will do it too, but it is not a hill that I will die on. That's like, you want to wear your pajamas to school, like that's one of those things
Your
I'm not
kids
going to
are older than ours, I guess.
Yeah, so I got a high schooler and 2 middle schoolers. It's like, if that's how you're going to present yourself, like, you will learn. I want to help teach you, but you will learn on your own. It's one of those things where you got to just let it go. No.
Oh no, I'm dying on that hill.
Okay.
I'm dying on that hill. Like, that's a hill, because if I went and bought you clothes, why are you in your pajamas?
Facts.
Like, why am I spending my money on clothes if you want to be a bum? Anyway, let me get on my soapbox.
Log on to the poll. We're going to talk more about this in our 6 o'clock hour. Let's check in with Jordan Evans now for the